Hello, merhaba, gyasas, annyeonghaseyo. I'm here to tell you something fascinating I can think about Made in Abyss. As so, I just want to tell you, everyone, that we all love the world building of the Abyss, and the curse that resides there can be both traumatizing, fascinating, and intimidating. Now, I want to resign to a very huge theory. What does the abyss resemble? It represents something. Looks quite unique, right? Well, not entirely. This is the picture of the abyss. As you can see, there are the layers. The first, the second, the third, the fourth, which is Mr. least favorite, fifth, sixth, and the seventh layer, leading with an unknown depth. But did you know it looks similar to this thing? Meet the digestive system. The digestive system is a system in our body made of multiple organs that turn our food into nutrients and throw away the rest of it. Why does it fit the curse of the abyss? And why does it fill the story and can strengthen a lot of theories of how to survive the curse? Number one, the structure. We all can see that both the abyss and the digestive system are known to have structured vertical layers, as the abyss says, and a combination of organs that work together to turn the food into its nutrients. Just like the abyss takes humanity and ends up with them ending as narehate or piles of meat. We all start at the first layer. It's called the edge of the abyss or the earth. This is where the front mouth is being appeared. This is how you describe the mouth. A palate, a uvula, the teeth, and the tongue. Those exact parts, well, I know about the teeth and the tongue, but if I want to speak more of the uvula is considered one of the supporters of the food to go straight into the esophagus. And we all know that also the palate is the part of the mouth that keeps the food inside the mouth alongside with the jaws. The teeth and the tongue are helping with reshaping the food. It makes it look similar as its initial form, but it is a catch. It looks different, mushed, similar to the first layer's cause, which is light dizziness. Light dizziness, like we all know in the medical stuff, but the point is that similar to light dizziness, you still stay yourself, you still have your body, but just a small headache. Not that much of a thing. Like, it's like you take the food out, and then you feel like you can eat it again. And the taste stays. Just like that. Second layer, the forest of temptation. We all know that the curse of the second layer is known to be harsher than the first, but it's still light. Light compared to the other layers. Headaches or migraines, if I think so, and nausea. Like you feel you have to vomit. This is where it becomes interesting. The rare mouth is just like the second layer. It is where the mechanic digestion comes to an end. The enzymes and bacteria and the rare teeth, like the wisdom teeth and jaws, help you chew it better and help the digestion and go smoother. It relieves the digestion. So yeah, that's how it goes. The salivary glands also helps with, because those bacteria and enzymes are in our saliva. They have the parotids, the submandibular, and the sublingual, which is where we feel the taste and saliva is being formed. Actually, no, the tongue is where we feel the taste, but those places are where you actually provide the saliva. Those things literally provide the saliva, and they are in a huge system like this. The saliva is actually making the food more squishy. It makes it squishier. Similarly to nausea. Coincidence? I think not. Akihito Tsukushi knew what he did with his art. Third layer. The second deepest layer was there in the entire abyss, is parallel to none other than the esophagus, and there is a reason. The esophagus and both the third layer, aka the Great Fourth, are known to be clearly vertical, and those holes are nests. They are made by the Madoka. The esophagus doesn't have holes. It is an entire muscle that must bring you inside the digestive system, just like the third layer of the abyss does. Delvers stick into the walls of the third layer endlessly, restlessly, just to be safe of descending, or even worse, to ascend. And that's where the curse comes. Audible or visible hallucinations. And of course, you feel loss of self. Well, not in the type of losing your humanity, but you feel like you're off the ground. It is when you understand something is messed up completely. And you know what? It's just the warning. The whole difference between the third layer and the esophagus is one thing. One is a geographical place that makes biological hazards. And the one is clearly biological or biochemical. We all understand that if we speak about both of those parts, we can understand that they are really similar. Just like gravity works for the third layer, the muscles of the esophagus help it slide down to the stomach. And this is where we arrive to the fourth layer. The goblets of giants, aka Mr. is going to kill me right now if I keep speaking of it, but I don't care. I want to make him mad. I want him dead. Okay, seriously, the fourth layer, aka the goblets of giants, is filled with a lot of goblets with either water, steamy water, really hot water, or acidic water, which literally fits the stomach, the liver, and of course, the gallbladder. The gallbladder helps the stomach to produce HCl, which is known to be an acidic salt. And I don't know if I say it correctly, fix me in the comments. So, what we know that both the stomach and the fourth layer are acidic. They are fatal for the respective respective victims. The stomach dissolves food. The fourth layer will make you bleed out from every orifice. And that is really similar because it dissolves you. The stomach is and the liver are where you actually start to get dissolved. You feel the impact. Now it's not only a warning, it is the beginning. The gap between the stomach and the guts is really short, similar to the fifth layer, the Sea of Corpses. The Sea of Corpses is known to be a winter wasteland. Goes to an average temperature of minus 50 degrees Celsius. It's even called a Siberia in winters. To match it, yeah, that is really cold. That's the gap between the stomach and the guts have this exact organ named the pancreas. The pancreas is what provides the insulin and the sugar hormones. Yeah, there are two kinds of hormones it produces. The pancreas provides one hormone that I am really familiar with, and that's insulin, because this hormone dissolves the sugar. And there is one hormone that increases the sugar levels, which is a huge difference. And there are two hormones that one tries to higher the concentration of the sugar hormones, and the other tries to increases the levels of the insulin. What it does to the food, it literally dissolves even more, makes it feel it doesn't exist. Just like the curse of the fifth layer, loss of all senses. Imagine blind people struggling to walk, just blind, or deaf people struggling to listen because they can't. Then combine that, and someone who can't smell, someone who can't taste, and someone who can't feel with their entire skin. You are literally a biological cage where your own soul is your only company. Now we reached the point of no return. Oh no, this is going to be horrific, I'm telling you. The sixth layer. This is where the delvers are going to a place when it's called the capital of no return, and that's why their last action to be ever done by known humanity is the last dive. The moment when you understand that the moment you ascend, you lose your humanity or die. And when you lose your humanity, you either become an arehate or a pile of meat. It is a very complex curse, which literally explains the guts in the human body, and of course the digestive system is known to have this kind of issue. When there are guts, the guts literally don't just dissolve what is left. The guts take everything from the food. And there are two types of guts. There is the thin gut, which is longer, and the shorter one who is the wide one. Don't remember how you call him. Oh wait. It's called the small intestine. The small intestine is when you understand. It is when your food becomes really, it liquidizes the food. It liquidizes it a lot, because after all the dissolving, all the crumbling of the food, you make it to almost its entire end. The guts are working like this. The small intestine, it makes the food more liquid, less squishy. It makes it more fluid. The large intestine actually makes it more solid, which is the definite difference between a narehate and a pile of meat. The pile of meat is like the result of the small intestine. Since it is broader, it's longer, like 7 meters long, which explains a lot why a few become narehate instead that a few become piles of meat. Those who become piles of meat are because of the effect of the small intestine. The effect of the large intestine turns you into a narehate, as described in the ascent from the 6th layer. Now we reach to the bottom of the abyss. The 7th layer, the final milestone. Now I'm going to tell you something awesome and terrifying. The final milestone, the 7th layer, is only known by the white whistles who delved into it, but only brought scriptures of what it is being told and how deep they actually reached. The fact of the 7th layer, it is parallel to the anus. Now, don't catch me in the word, I speak anatomy. Then let me speak about that. The anus and the appendix, no, not the appendix, sorry. The anus and the rectum are working just like the 7th layer. And this kind of connection makes it terrifying. The fact that the entire food gets into the final result. The result when the food comes out as something else completely, like a corpse, like something dead. Which is why the 7th layer's curse is rumored to be certain death. I wish you all loved this lecture and this connection. Now, tell me in the comments what more you want me to speak about Made in Abyss. Maybe one day I will film another video about it. Because if you want, it's nice. Just to add, if we follow the Abyss is a digestive system theory, we can assume that if a character has a powerful enough hacks, or according to Dragon Ball logic, you have a higher power level than the Abyss, you act like an indigestible food, a rock, a diamond, or if it is too high, you are literally like a nuke. So, and the curse is not just shut down, it breaks, it feels a sickness, sheer sickness. So I'm very happy you watched this video, and I hope you tell me more about Made in Abyss. What is your opinion about Made in Abyss? Is it scary? Is it something you want to cope the trauma with? I am always open to questions and requests, unless they are against my values. So, goodbye, adios. ויום הוס צ'קליניז אילה לקרא